In January 1972 in Vietnam, during one of the darkest periods in U.S. military history, when desertions, racial tension, and fraggings were ripping apart U.S. forces, a strange and mysterious event occurred on an isolated firebase 125 miles northeast of Saigon. Firebase Martha, as it was called, housed nearly 100 surly U.S. Army soldiers and 3 pieces of artillery in support of local South Vietnamese troops. The enlisted men on Firebase Martha were mostly draftees and were not happy winding down the final days of U.S. involvement in that war. No one wanted to be the last GI killed in Vietnam. Drunk, stoned, or just pissed off, the troops of Firebase Martha spent their days doing what they always did, complaining about the war and counting down the days when they could leave. It seemed like things never changed on Martha. One monotonous, humid day followed the next. That is, until the strange night in January 1972 when a complete stranger walked into Firebase Martha. The stranger, an American soldier in U.S. Army fatigue pants and a white t-shirt, sauntered through a minefield, crawled through the barbed wire fence, and startled the groggy guards on duty at the time. The stranger wore no dog tags and had no identification on him. He was unarmed and appeared rested and clean. There was not a scratch on him. The stranger could not explain how he got to Firebase Martha or even where he came from, but he could remember his name. It was Daniel Carson. Daniel's appearance at Firebase Martha was the beginning of a mystery that would fall like a warm, confusing fog over the inhabitants of that little hilltop. Novelist Keith Yocum tells the compelling, action-packed mystery of Daniel, this strange man in a strange land. Daniel's effect on the ragtag band of brothers on this long-forgotten hill in South Vietnam was anything but typical.